Hello and welcome back to more Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where last time we finished up, well, okay, I mean, we're still technically in Chapter 5, but we finished the last trial for Chapter 5, in which we finally lost Chiaki, and I say finally because we knew she was going to die from the beginning of the game, thanks to what I found out from external references, which sucked because she was the only smart person in the group. There used to be more smart people, they all died, they're just dead. Chiaki was our last hope. She was mercilessly crushed by Tetris block, which means Tetris is now officially a dead game to me. And I uninstalled it from my Switch, even though I'm gonna reinstall it after I finish this game. But for the time being, it's uninstalled. So it's for the meme. But we're gonna continue because Chiaki died for stupid reasons. But it's unfortunately there's nothing we can do to change it. So we're just gonna keep pressing on. Find the last 5 Monokuma things, and hopefully get the answers we've been looking for since the first game, which namely being, what the hell is happening outside this simulation, and then in terms of this game, what are the rules of simulation, what are the consequences, is the thing if you die in here, you die in real life, what are the rules, what are the consequences? Hopefully we'll find out all that and more today, or possibly tomorrow, maybe even the day after that, depending on how long this takes. I returned to my cottage for the first time being, and fell asleep. Sorry, for the time being. It would have been really awkward if he woke up and it was just immediately a Monokuma theater. It's like bad timing for the episode start. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened until now. Sorry, I didn't look back on everything that happened up until now. I didn't think of what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. Yes, because that strategy never fails. And burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then the sun finally... Wait, so you just stayed in bed all day? Did you not go to get food or anything? The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying and nothing happens. Yeah, it's crazy how sitting around on your bed all day, literally doing nothing, can make days feel a lot longer than that. And when I say do nothing, I don't mean like you're just you're just spending the day. You're taking a lazy day to stay in bed and watch TV all day or whatever. I mean like you literally sit there and do absolutely nothing but stare at the wall and think about things. Yeah, it's amazing how long days can feel when you do that. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess it doesn't need it anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the future foundation, Hospice Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we were really leaving, then where are we going? To Hospice Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island, at a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right. It's the last day. According to Monokuma... Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko Akane, Sonia... Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage. You already said that, buddy. Game? Oh, no. No, game. Nah, that's okay. You know, you don't, no. You don't need to do that. That's fine. You can keep your Doki Doki Literature Club things over there in your own little corner. You don't need to bring him here. No, that's fine. That's fine, game. You don't need to freak me out with this. No. Oh, God, no. The simulation's breaking. The simulation's breaking. Literally, oh my good God, what the... What? Wait, that's it? We're actually doing Doki Doki Literature Club now. Where things just happen, and then characters are just like, alright, average school life as usual, back to business. What is going on? Wait, what? Wait a minute! What is this? What is this? What are we doing? What did we do?
See?
This is a flashback, right? This has got to be a flashback. There's no way the game would not treat this, unless I'm losing my mind, like unless I'm actually going insane and I just forgot what happened. You're dead. Wait,
Well?
what is the wait? We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently, it's blocked by a timer. Did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that? Why are you acting so normally here? She's dead. Not that she was 11th person because she was an AI, but she's dead. We just planned to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. And by the way, I didn't mean by that sentence. I don't want to get into the topic of the sentience and vitality of an AI unit. I don't want to get into that conversation right now. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of layers to the conversation. I simply meant that as a computer figure, she wasn't like the sense of dying in the simulation is not the same as dying in the real. That's all I meant by that sentence. But how you can't are you just okay with this? Okay, you walk out of your room, the whole world falls apart, then you see someone who's supposed to be dead show up at your doorstep,
and everybody's okay with this? Did I miss something?
What happened? What is going on?
Yo.
Hey, you're late. Is it true Nagito really left another message? Kneel before me, Sonya, think she was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and Gundam's hamster? Oh, okay, yes, cool, okay.
Listen well.
Why are you here? What is going on? What? Why are you all, what?
Damn right.
How are you all feeling normal about this? I wonder who's watching this message. Is it the trader from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hoped it would. Ended the way he hoped it would. Yeah, he hoped that we'd all die. Well, you failed because you're an idiot. Nagito was trying to kill everyone except the trader. Damn it was just Monokuma said. So he really said the trader's the killer and he even tried to make them survive the trial? But why would he do that? Oh, what is going on? More? What is happening? What is this? Like, I get it, right? The simulation is breaking, obviously. That's why the whole screen's fading in and out, and... but why? What is... But if everyone but the trader is watching this video, then unfortunately I guess I lost. That outcome is the complete opposite of the hope that I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Now then, let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who I'm talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final room allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... Jesus Christ, I don't like it. No, I don't like this at all. I really don't like this. This is really freaky. Oh my god. There's a reason why Doki Doki Literature Club is like this, literally the scariest game I've ever played. Because it's like this psychological horror. Let me be clear, this is not. This game wishes it was Doki Doki Literature Club. It is pathetically not that. But it's still got that same level of like psychological fourth wall breaking horror with all the simulation breaking. Ah, I don't like it. It's really freaky. The Future Foundation's trainer must have known that all along, and so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolve to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime, deep down I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. What is going on? But now that I know the truth, as I look back on Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. Like giving us information about the island's mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so we can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show the despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is... Who is Monokuma's true identity and how could they come up with a plan like that? But that's enough reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go to. The key to enter that place is that message you found in Izumi Castle. You mean the one that you scratched out?
Well...
Normally you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Minomi, but that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. One, 11037. Uh-huh. Okay. That is the password that was written in Izumi Castle. You have to use that to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell us what I've accomplished. No one will ever hear of your story. No one. Erect a bronze statue. Not a chance in hell. Respect me. Nope.
Please call me
Dude, Jesus Christ. What is this? I don't like it. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. Everyone's coming back! What is this, Avengers Endgame? Except with Doki Doki Literature Club. There's no mistaking it. That's a password to enter the ancient ruin. Why can't you both stay here? Why do you have to be killed off by bullshit writing? You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the counter reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Why are you all okay with this? What is this? What is this? Oh, what the... Now's the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruin on the second island. What is it snowing now? What the whole universe is against me. The world is falling apart at the seams. It's snowy, now it's sunny. So it is quite nerve-wracking. Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there? It's so unreliable to freak out like that. You're a man, aren't you? It's also the countdown timer. There's no need to stand around. Damn right. It's our last chance to get inside. Why? I'm so lost. Oh, not you. Don't. No. Hey, nah. Why? What is going on? If I checked it, like, obviously they're not back because the game wouldn't be that dumb. Yeah. Okay. It still says they're dead. But what the? Why is the simulation breaking? What is? Also, you're dead. I shouldn't be able to buy things from you anymore. What is going on? The hell, I'm treating me like a kid. What? I can't. Oink, 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 oink! You know. What was that? Why? The simulation is breaking! They're all here! They're appearing. It's like Endgame meets Doki Doki Literature Club. They're all coming back through at the end of the game. Mahiru's here. Freaking Nekomaru's here. Petulia's here. Chiaki just appeared out of nowhere. Freaking little shit Hyogo's back at it again. They're all back at it again. What is this?
You said it was Endgame meets Doki Doki.
Do you have a better way of describing what's happening right now?
I mean, I've never thought about it that way, but I guess that makes sense.
And my favorite line from Ibuki, oink, 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 oink! What is this? What is going on?
I don't think I actually know the answer to that question.
Like, obviously the simulation is breaking. The game's made no attempt to hide that it's a simulation. But why? How it is? No, everyone's just like, oh, Chiaki's here. You know, you didn't get crushed by a Tetris block last episode. Oh, Teru's back. You know, you're not a pervert who got thrown into a volcano. This is normal. Oh, Ibuki, you weren't violently murdered by a psychopathic nursemaid. You know, you're all alive. Oh, Nekomaru's not a robot. Again, this is normal. Just every average Tuesday. My brain is snapping in half right now with this insane game.
Well, I'll let you get back to your Endgame Doki Doki Literature Club thing.
Alright, I'll do my things, you do your things, and then I'll, when I finish this, I'll let you know, and then we'll chat about it.
Okay, bye-bye.
See you later. I don't know what's happening, dude. This is, I'm gonna kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. It's Leon backwards, in number form. Apparently. 11037, right? The only thing minus point is a shining future. Let's open the door for the future. The game has completely lost me. It has completely lost me. Beyond this door, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. I don't like this. What?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. Ah! I don't like this. That's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... I don't like this. This world? Oh my god. Ha 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 ha. Happy fun times. Happy fun time joy. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, we got the gamer's backpack at least. I've wanted one my whole life, and now I have one. Oh, wow. Oh my god. Oh, what is happening? What is happening, dude? What is happening? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. And not enough answers. Oh, good. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. Are we playing a prologue now? Because that'd actually be pretty cool. I would actually be really down for that. Excuse me. It would be wrong to say that it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular. Just when you thought it was a series of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand it very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by talent, detecting regularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Oh, of course. I should have expected that this insane dialogue would come from none other than Nagito himself, with whom I'm currently locked in a small enclosed space, with whom I am currently staring at, and he's giving me the death stare. I will not survive the next 5 minutes if I'm locked in the room with this man. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. Aha, you looked like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, that friendly smile, but under that thin skin I could detect a foul, offensive odor like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who are already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Kamita. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that, yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. It's not even a talent at all. For someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, it's because I have luck as well. Oh, we're playing as Makoto. Even I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hospice Academy too, right? So you're one of us? But that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Sorry, I'm told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. It doesn't sound like Makoto, though. I mean, it's obviously him, but it doesn't sound like him. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level, and because of them, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Ah, perhaps. Does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contributions to the world. Not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do, now that you've ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right? Listen well. Using people is a talent, too. It is now my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me. Even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. Hahaha, I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to wait a minute, I recognize that. Wait a minute, I recognize those nails. Hate? Then explain your hand. Ah, this? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means becoming one with me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That's strange. Huh? Ah, look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's gonna happen on the island once we get there. What's gonna happen? I can already predict it'll happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but... I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? What? What is happening in this game? Actually, what the hell is happening? What is this? And we're back here again. It's a door. There's a door. Huh, a door? Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? What the hell? Oh, we're doing a sequel. We're back by popular demand. Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? I went inside of the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in that classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island?
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Huh? Did he say what I think he just said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hope Speak Academy." But why would this place be Hope Speak Academy? And not just that, what is the graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Are we gonna pop out and... I swear to God, if we pop out and we arrive... Oh my God! Alright, you know what? I'll give some points, game. I will give some points. That's a pretty nice callback. I will give credit where credit is due. That's a nice little callback, game. You get some points there. Even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. This doesn't look like a normal school at all. Yeah, maybe that has a little something to do with the fact that there are these giant demonic portals on the wall with the simulation falling apart. That's right, it's definitely it. Monaco said to come to the gymnasium, right? I'll go and definitely clear things up. Oh, we're back. Hey everyone, we're back.
In our own backyard, we're gonna make the most of every day.
The gymnasium is here, right? Alright. I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not gonna cower away anymore. And so, I brace myself and cautiously open the door. God, what the... What the hell is happening? I'm actually so lost. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. Hey everyone, we're back. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
You know what? I'll give some... I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is actually a really, really clever way to tie this all together. This is a very clever decision. I give mad points to this.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too, right? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you mean? What do you make of all this? Monokuma said this place was Hope Speak Academy or something? That cannot be possible. You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible.
Hello! How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope Speak Academy?
You. Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
What a shock! I just told you guys this is Hope Speak Academy.
There's no way in hell that's true.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope Speak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What's left of it?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope Speak Academy fell to ruin.
You were serious about that?
But, of course, it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for.
What do you mean?
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed in you guys. I went to all this trouble to bring to Hope Speak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Oddly enough, I actually do feel nostalgic. I know it was only a couple months ago, but there is a little part of me that kind of feels nostalgic of recording the first game. It's kind of a nice, it's been a nostalgia there. Like, it's not on par with Halo 3 coming full circle with the ending of Halo 1. It's not on par with that, let me make that clear. But it's a nice little touch. I'm smiling. Your little tricks are working on me, game.
Oh, well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Now, it's not a great idea to point out the fact that our game is trying to make you nostalgic, because that makes it seem really big-headed. But, you know.
Enough with this. Spit it out already. Where'd you take us, you bastard?
Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we've entered the ancient ruin and... It means I made this Hope's Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruins. What do you mean between? What do you mean made? Oh my, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy?
Excuse me.
Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment.
Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be able to make life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam.
Then what is the graduation exam?
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here.
Huh? We're obviously gonna get out. There's no way we'd stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet.
The main cast hasn't arrived yet. I wonder what they could possibly mean by that.
Meaning, you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world.
What do you mean?
I have dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope's Peak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all of the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast,
And by extension, the player,
is gonna hate me. So, please rest assured, and strive to do your best during your field trip.
And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual.
What is going on? Outside world, main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Like he kept insisting that this place is Hope's Peak Academy, but that's impossible, right? How do we make it back to Hope's Peak Academy from Tropical Island in the first place? It's impossible.
There is no place in Hope's Peak Academy to exist in Jabberwock Island.
I said I wanted to go back, but I didn't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. The building is really Hope's Peak Academy? This is the Hope's Peak Academy I've been admiring for so long? What in the world is going on? Damn it, why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope's Peak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why? Why do I have to go through something like this?
Hajime, did something happen?
Huh?
Hey, bastard.
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all? As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means? Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right?
If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Even though Chiaki and Monomi are gone, our situation doesn't change one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm glad it took you this long to figure it out.
However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monomi was never once denied that.
Even if there are allies, they might not be just allies. Even Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have helped. Would have been a big help. So what do we do? Well, that's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do the graduation exam, right? Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying. Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been? Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something, about Hope's Peak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, we can go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off the damn island, right? If that's the case, then let's all leave this island by any means.
Hell yes!
He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is. What's happened at Hope's Peak Academy? None of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed, so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop now. But, I didn't want to open this up. Monokuma should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? do we just have to investigate this weird-ass building? I believe that's the idea, yes. Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside the damn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now. Hey, you're already going? What is that idiot thinking running her head without being cautious? She obviously isn't thinking about anything. It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. Uh-huh. So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it's not scary if everyone stops at the green light. If we stopped at the green light, we never reach our goal. Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonya said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Uh-huh. Then let's get this over with and go home. I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. See ya. It's nice knowing you, pal. With those brief words, Fuyuhiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I should do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonya took a deep bow and left the gymnasium.
Oh my.
Miss Sonya. Miss Sonya, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm alone. Hazuichi chased after Sonya, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Oh, just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Wow! Holy hell. So of all the things that I had in my prediction sheet for how this game was gonna end up, returning to Hope's Peak Academy to investigate at the location of the first game, nowhere on the list. A cool way to send things out, albeit despite the fact that the whole world is constantly glitching apart, but still, that's weird. This is the hallway I walked to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Yeah, also the fact that we've been warped to the 5th floor, which is bizarre. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Oh, also, you know what I should have been doing? I should have been looking for freaking Monokuma dolls, and I can't. I can guarantee you that there were Monokuma dolls in those locations that I missed, which is that's gonna annoy me. Okay. Where do we even begin? Well, wait. Oh, I mean, we still have this map. Okay, yeah. So this is the same as it was before. We have the dojo over here. We have the garden over here. Hi there, everyone. It's the next day now. I don't know if you can tell that by the fact that my voice sounds completely different than it did a minute ago, because that is how the human voice works. But yeah, it's bad. My plan was to finish this game yesterday. Evidently that did not happen because the weather had other ideas for my power. But we're still here, so it's gonna be one seamless video for you guys, but for me, it's two disjointed halves of the same. Oh my good lord, this two halves of the same video I'm recording separately. We're still here. We're still in crazy glitch Doki Doki land where the whole school is falling apart at the seams as the simulation's breaking down. Also, it turns out it might have actually been a blessing in disguise that the power went out because it didn't save my progress. I had to replay through that first part of the investigation, which means I was able to go back and check the rooms for any Monokuma things that I missed. And it turns out I did miss some. I missed one in the classroom. It was up in the rafters above, and then in the gym I missed one in the bleachers to the left. So now I found those, and we've hit level 50, which gave me a trophy. So that's pretty cool. But now we're here, we're back on level 5, or floor 5 of the first school from the first game, so we know this place pretty well at this point, and I guess since we're clearly restricted to this floor, we'll check all the rooms one at a time, starting with the dojo over here. And we'll see what interesting things we can dig up. Yeah, but it's interesting. It is admittedly a nice little touch to be back here. It would have been... Maybe it would have been a little too far to turn the UI back to the original game as well, but I don't know. That could have pushed it over the edge to make it even better. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Welcome to Danganronpa, buddy. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Alright, well, obviously we have a book right here. What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hospice Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious-looking title laying out in the open like this?
Woohoo! Let's start with history first, class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person.
Great. What a worthless conversation we just had. So, just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. Okay. I really just want to ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Okay, here we go. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy's history. You could have fooled me from this cover, and as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope's Peak Academy. Hope's Peak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend, unless you pay to get in through the reserve course, but you know, that's a problem for another day. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope's Peak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. You're forgetting about the reserve course department that Nagito mentioned. Hope's Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope's Peak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system. The Reserve Department. Which is interesting, since if this school is supposed to be allegedly regarded as the most intelligent and capable group of individuals, then I don't know how the hell that's possible when there's literally an avenue for people to be accepted purely by paying a crap ton of money, so it's quality world building. Unlike the main department for scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. I don't know why that would ever be the inverse, because any competent school would just, I don't know, test people to get in, but sure, let's use this backward system that makes no sense. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. It's spoken as if most high schools require you to pay to get in, but okay. Nevertheless, Hope's Peak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope's Peak Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope's Peak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and begin further research of talent. To create Hope's Peak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope, we therefore sought out to allowing people to get in by paying their way in. Because we're smart. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful— oh my god, if I have to hear you describe the tragedy as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history one more goddamn time, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just tell me what it is! Hope's Peak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Shortest history book of all time. Huh? The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly canceled in the middle of its run. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way this incident really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't remember the details, but nah, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. It is so blatantly apparent. Like, it's really see-through and telling when the game's like, because it hasn't just been a one-off thing. This game is constantly shoved down your throat. Characters just saying, don't stop thinking. Stop using your brain to think critically about things. It doesn't make sense. It's fine. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. It's like, if you have to tell your audience that, you're doing something horrendously wrong as a writer. Anyway, more importantly, I learned something because of this manga. This was the Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
That's weird.
Oh, you're here again.
Ah, the thing that's weird is, you, of course.
Huh?
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that, too.
What do you want me to say?
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those Reserve Corps students. Or you willingly steal those memories yourself.
Huh?
You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, where humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not that I know anything about that, though.
Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it.
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a Reserve Corps student.
Yes, because that is perfectly in line with how Hajime has behaved during the class trials. Damn it, what the hell? Okay. It's a mess. I didn't want to check this. Okay, well, that's all that's of note worth in this room. So what are the other rooms in this floor are the lab. Also, this screen flickering is gonna get really annoying. There's the garden over there, the labs over there, and some classrooms over here. But what can I actually access? Can Can I even go into any of these rooms? Because it looks like that. Oh, hello, my favorite person in the world. Looks like most of them are blocked off, right? Yeah, like these, I can't even get into the classroom because they're just blocked off. So I guess we'll just, I'll try the lab. Can I at least get into the lab? Nope. It does not look like I can get into the bio lab. That is blocked off. Okay. So where can I go then? What rooms will you allow me to explore? Will you allow me to explore the garden, perhaps? Or is that blocked off too? Nope. Okay, so where do you want me to go exactly? Oh wait, okay, that class. Okay, never mind. I thought it was both classes, but no, it's only one of them that was blocked off. Okay, it's all good. All good. All fine. Okay. Yeah, so this is where, well, I mean, not this room exactly, but in the classroom where we spawned, the Monochrome was hiding up there. That's where I found him last time. And it doesn't look like there's anything else in this room, from what I can tell. Okay, there's no Monocomas in here, but there is a little something on the table right here. It's another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, Tragedy of Hospice Academy. Huh? Oh, are we finally going to get an answer as to what the hell the tragedy is? Maybe? Finally? If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? I certainly hope so. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hospice Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hospice Academy occurred at Hospice Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Izuru was a genius known as a symbol of hope. Hospice Academy used all the resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. But Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hospice Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izuru's superior talent and conceal the incident as though it never happened. Because that's a brilliant idea, when, yeah, I'm sure that won't have negative consequences for you whatsoever. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. That student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they've been treated. And the uprising, wait. Dissatisfied with how they've been treated? What the hell do you mean with how they've been treated? That heralded Hospice Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of the tragedy of Hospice Academy. Eventually, that incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the... Oh my god, okay. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. Citing Danganronpa and 0. I wonder what they could be referring to with that. With a heavy sigh, I closed the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed by Hospice Academy.
What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident, a talent like that is too illegal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. Oh, you should be lucky that you're incompetent.
The previous class trial should clearly demonstrate that Hajime is not incompetent. He always has the lead up to something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope, Nagito mentioned that before too, but it looks like it means something completely different here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope, but for Izuru, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it said that those reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. What about me? Was I a participant too? That's not possible. There's no way I have no reason to do something like that. Okay. Anyway, I've learned about the tragedy of Hospice Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is the Farwest incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Izuru? A certain student who's secretly using the incident to their advantage. Who is that? This incident is really messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot in the dark and say that it was probably gonna be Junko Inoshima. And mysteries just kept piling up. Okay, so we need to we gotta review what just happened there, because that was a lot of information. Okay, so excuse me. So the ultimate hope Izuru goes crazy one day and murders 13 students for some reason. He just does. And then the school decides that it would be a brilliant idea to try to cover this up and not have this person face repercussions, because how could they possibly keep this under wraps? There's no way. That could never, okay, that can never happen, because obviously the parents of the students would be like, hey, like, they try to call their kids and be like, hey, why aren't they picking up? And I'm guessing at least one of those parents will try to drive to the school and be like, hey, my kid's not answering. Let's be clear. At least one parent will be crazy enough to do that. One parent would be crazy enough to drive to the school and be like, hey, and go knocking on the door. My kid's not answering their phone. I need to know that they're alive. And then the school will be like, so about that, I got some news for you. Alright, Sparky, here's the deal. And then they'd have to tell them that they were all brutally murdered by Zuru. Like, 13 kids were murdered. At least one, definitely more, or sorry, at least one, probably more parents would try to call their kids, and then they would be like, something's going wrong, I gotta go to the school and find out what's happening. And then it would all, like, this could never possibly work. Absolutely not. Also, the other students inside the school would absolutely find out about this, so I don't know why the hell, like, you don't cover that up, that's not a thing you do, just be apparent with what happened. Covering up such a horrendous idea, but they did it anyway, and apparently that is what leads to oh boy, okay. Okay, well, let's move on and see what else is in store for us. Okay, so I'm guessing it's just gonna unlock one room at a time. Because like, I don't think the class was unlocked when I first came here, so I'm guessing that with each room we clear, a new one will unlock. So maybe the lab will be open now. Can I access the lab now? Aha, okay, so one room at a time, they will slowly unlock more rooms for us to explore in the school. Okay. Well, we're back in the bio lab. What the hell is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. Yeah, what a shock that this morgue would be kept cold. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just install it, I might end up freezing to death. I should investigate so we can get out of here already. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, so there's a book right over... Wait a minute. Hi there, Monokuma. I see you there.
I've been found.
Sneaky little Monokuma. Okay, well, that was a... I don't want to say well hidden, but it was a pretty nice hiding spot. Which maybe is a contradictory statement, but still. There's another manga just lying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Okay, here we go. Finally. Now, okay, it's possible that these could all be lies. Like, this could all be just complete nonsense and make no sense at all. And that we're gonna find, like, this could all just be lies by Monokuma, and we'll find out the truth later. But assuming this is all true, here we go. Here it comes. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Knowing these writers, honestly, wouldn't surprise me. I flipped through the pages of the manga and I hope that I was right. Yeah, that's a nice cover art. That's not horrifying at all. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. How many times do you think they've written that line out at this point? Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hospice Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hospice Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet, and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and the people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest, but as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and deaths continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How can a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hospice Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hospice Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of the society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. That would be the sound of my TV remote falling off of my chair. I apologize. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. Wait, what? And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. What? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Hold on, I need to read that again. Okay. Instead of using the talents of the school for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. They use their influence to brainwash the masses. How? Wrote software to spread despair. How? Created new values and morals. You don't create. Well, how do you think this works? You don't create a new. You can't imbibe. You don't. That's not how this works. You can't just force a new moral onto somebody. You can't just. Unless you're trying to hypnotize them with a program, in which case, I don't know how you... Okay. So, to review. From the top. Izuru kills 13 people for no reason, and the school foolishly tries to cover up the incident because they're stupid. And then, obviously, because anybody with a brain would know this would happen, the incident gets out, and because the school tried to cover it up, there's an uprising as a result of it. And people all around the world are protesting Hospice Academy for this... also, hold on, wait a minute. This also isn't even the school's fault. I mean, okay, they shouldn't have, okay, it's their fault for covering up the damn incident, that's for sure. Like, for God's sake, covering up makes them look complicit, and that makes them look like they're, like, trying to hide it for malicious reasons. But the school aren't the ones that killed those kids. That was Izuru's fault. So, but fine, whatever. Maybe it's just that they're protesting the fact that the school covered it up and they're trying to hide something. I'll buy that. That's fine. I will accept that reasoning. That makes sense. Again, dumb the school, it's idiotic the school covered it up, but I will accept that the reason why they're protesting could very well just be because the school covered it up, and they're trying, and they think that the school is trying to hide something because of it. I will accept that's fine. Here's where you lose the plot. So, as a result of that, protests happen all around the world. I don't know that this one school would be that well known around the world, but fine, I don't know, that's a hard pill to swallow, because the idea that any one school would be, like, worldwide known, I don't know about that. That's, I don't know, but, so, putting that aside, that's the least of the problems with this, because you're telling me that people were protesting the school, fighting for a cause, and then that magically turned into people murdering each other, and your reasoning for this is they brainwashed the masses. How? They created new morals and values to imbibe upon them. Literally how? The closest out of these three examples that you're going to get to something that makes sense is that they wrote software to spread despair. Now, there's obvious questions in the distribution of this, how you could possibly force people to consume the software, but it just... I have a feeling this isn't going to make sense. Something tells me this isn't going to end up making sense at all. Okay, so... I mean, the thing is, we'd still, like, this... Is that really what it boils down to? Like, people protest and then they kill each other? Really? That's the... I don't know. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Just keep going. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest awful... Oh my god, this is definitely all made up. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant, what's happened to them?
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
Oh no, you expressed an emotional response to a fictional story. Oh no, how dare you?
Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy.
Enough, what is this messed up manga?
I thought you'd obviously know it was such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that...
Excuse me.
Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no, that's definitely it. Oh, good lord, I'm not looking forward to how this all ties together. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this Ultimate Despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they're called Ultimates. Then, are the killings were involved and connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. I don't know why you stood around in the freezing cold room to contemplate this information. That was a not your brightest plan there. Phew, that was close, nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Well, the only two rooms that have yet to be unlocked are the garden and the other classroom, so I'm just gonna check both of them until I find one of them that's unlocked. Has the classroom been unlocked for me yet? It has. Alright, then to classroom 5B we shall go. And see what's waiting for us in here. Oh great, my two favorite people. No, I should ignore it. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see him. Is that a good idea? I feel like we should probably figure out what he's doing here.
Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. Teehee. I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth?
You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
A high school student doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler doesn't like eating hot pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what did you need to tell me?
Woohoo! It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about Ultimate Despair!
Huh?
Ahem. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive.
Junko Inoshima.
High school girl, Lady Junko Inoshima.
Junko Inoshima?
As the former Ultimate Despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some messed up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat? Then what was their purpose?
What?
Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they do what they did without any purpose. Well, their purpose was because they just want to, literally, they just want to watch the world burn. That is their motive, which is interesting.
It was Junko Inoshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko Inoshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko Inoshima as Junko Inoshima.
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko Inoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
With their overwhelming force of personality, Junko accrued the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko Inoshima. Like believers making offerings to their god, like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko Inoshima's name. For example, They killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. What the...
Okay, So, they... I'm getting a reverse Professor Layton sense here, where Junko is just, like, much like Professor Layton, Junko has the innate ability to control everybody, no matter what, apparently. So, you mean to tell me that she has more control, because I like to remind you, she failed to persuade people at the end of Danganronpa 1, she is more successful in swaying high-level government officials than she is in swaying high school students. Just checking to make sure we're being consistent here.
And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something like that crazy is possible.
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hospice Academy?
Final days?
Junko had the power to change people's values.
That's not a thing. That's not... What do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,300 voices...
What?! Mass suicide?!
Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
One person was excluded, huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair of Junko Enoshima. That doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko Enoshima is already dead. Huh? Yeah, well, something tell the fact that you've said that and the fact that it's been added to the truth bullet section on my handbook makes me think that it's gonna be proven false in some capacity. Okay. That is the... Wait a minute. There's no... Okay, so... At the end of the first game, they were not explicit with what happened, but they made it, like, their insinuation was Junko and her gaggle of idiots, or her gaggle of goslings, they had they wanted to watch the world burn, and then they wanted to set a new world order of anarchy. That's like, okay, fine, you want an anarchist world, and that's why you're doing this. There's your motive. Great. Done. But they also made it seem like they weren't clear with what they did, but it was implied it's like they did something to cause anarchy, so, I don't know, like, I don't know what I would have done, but it's something to instigate people turning on each other and creating an anarchist society. What was not an extension of that logic would be, oh, they just have, like, infinite mind control abilities, and they can just convince everybody to kill themselves and kill their families and mutilate their corpses because that's just a thing they can do, apparently. Oh boy. Okay, what do you have to say? Hey, for you, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is really dead? What, you didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Filling School Life in that bloody classroom. Excuse me, a bloody classroom? No, wait, what was that you said about the Killing School Life? Like the killings who we were involved in, they were killings that happened at the Hospice Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yeah, that's what it was. The Killing School Life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey.
For a manga about the Killing School Life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed Killing School Life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead. Turns out that Killing School Life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hospice Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hospice Academy, and she took away their memories. It's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They're being okay, The students of Hospice Academy were widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. Which I don't, God, I can't even. I'd like one conversation without my brain breaking. Okay, so, I still can't get over the idea that she was able to convince she was able to convince the whole world to kill themselves, to kill each other effortlessly. But then she encounters a group of 6 high school students, and she's just like, nope, can't do, too hard, it's too hard to persuade them, can't be done, nope, too hard, nope, I quit, I give up, see you guys later. Like, really? That's what you're going with? Also, if the whole world was already in despair, why did you need to broadcast it? Wouldn't, in theory, your plan would have already worked. Furthermore, why didn't you, if you really created software that apparently convinced everybody to kill themselves or whatever, then why didn't you just show that to the people in the school when they were trying to corner you? But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko and Ishima failed. Junko lost to the students and she placed in her trap. And after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or doesn't matter. Junko and Ishima isn't alive anymore. Then who is our enemy? If Junko and Ishima is already dead and the rest of the Ultimate Despair is behind this, are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved and resembled as killing school life. I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko when making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the students from Hopi Academy stop the real deal, there's no way they'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting this somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Well, I mean, the whole thing's a simulation, so... Ugh. I don't... Okay. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What, do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Well, someone already did read it, so it didn't go unnoticed. Oh, well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that? One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again? Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy! Whoa! Oh my god. I'ma just go. Leave here? Yeah, we're done. That's enough of this conversation. Okay. Oh, and now we're on the 4th floor, huh? It changed to a different hallway again. So sudden, what's going on to make something like this happen? I've already decided. This is like the impossible room from Dragons of 3D, where doors just lead in random directions, and it's like, it's a mind-boggling mess trying to get through it. That's right, that's no time for me to be surprised with something like this. Okay, hey there, Akane. Are you enjoying being in Crazy Town? Akane's switching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. Hey, what happened? Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like someone's getting closer. I love the fact that I can barely read the damn text because of the stupid things. What do you mean, who? I don't know, it's just my gut after all. But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again this time. Oh boy, okay, so this room, we had the, okay, so it looks like this room's, not open, so we can't go to the headmaster's office. There was the Monokuma room was over here, right? This is the, oh, sorry, no, this is the data lab, but doesn't this leads to Monokuma's office, right? Yeah, this is the one that leads to Monokuma's office, okay. So, can we at least access the music room? Which is down this hall? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we can access the music room. That much is open. I get a feeling it's gonna be another kind of one room at a time thing is what we're going for here. Oh. What the hell is that? I feel like it's the only you don't say, buddy! What? Looks like some sort of monument? Why would there be a monument in the music room floating up and down like a notebook in Baldi's Basics? And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is the symbol of Future Foundation, right? Below that symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hospice Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates. I don't know why that's a surprise to you. That we knew that a very long time ago. That is not a surprise to anybody. Monokuma completely made it up. Oh wow, what a shock. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Well, that appears to be the only thing of value in this room, so... What? What do you mean? Do you mean this? The hologram right here? What is this? Words are floating in the air. It's like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report that we gave you the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to be a survivor of Hospice Academy. Upon further investigation, there were a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they are survivors of Hospice Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by the ultimate despair. We believe that we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. And as if there was any remaining doubt about what is going on in this game, acquired the Hospice Academy students, placed them under their care in the form of a simulation to keep them safe until they have the forces required to fight back against the ultimate despair. This writes itself at this point. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko and Ishima rallying them. In the worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. It's the irony, because doing what you did created yet another killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hospice Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hospice Academy, 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Shiaki, who was part of the Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking from some other world. Talking from some other world. Ha 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 ha. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history was really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. Well, not that it was a surprise. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed. The Future Foundation is on our side, at least. That was confirmed like 10 episodes ago. They were founded by the graduates of Hospice Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Shiaki should have made that clear to us. You know, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity might be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Why don't you people just say the tragedy? It's a much less of a mouthful. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and Ishima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility in Jabberwock Island? Mentioned in the email. What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was an ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If it really is a research facility in this island, then there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow there's still so many mysteries. Okay, now we can leave here. Alright, let's see what room. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, the screen splashes are getting so much worse. Okay, can we go to the office now? No, but we can go to the teacher's lounge. So I guess we'll go here. Office. Oh, hi there, Monokuma. You're not that. No, I saw it. You can't. Let me play. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now you mentioned it, does look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. He's such a pain. Okay. I saw this over here. Yeah, you can try to hide it from me, but I saw this as the room was loading, and I saw this Monokuma doll over here. And actually, I think we only have one more to go. I think, like, there's literally one more Monokuma doll, and then we'll have found them all, so getting closer. Alright, what have we learned today, class? What's going on? There's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? What's the subject is written on the blackboard in large letters just below that? It's the names of everybody who was here, excluding Mercuria, who was apparently the ultimate imposter. Nice. Our names I've seen before. Yeah, you don't say. Also, I don't know why your name's all the way separated over here. What is this? Oh, it's because the newspaper's about her. Okay. Newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hyoki's is written there. What is this newspaper? She looks a lot older there than she did in this game. What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sionji. This can't mean the same Hyoko, right? I mean, the Hyoko we knew, she was much smaller, looking more like childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo of this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Hyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko right here. Oh, then Hyoko's an older sister with the same first and last name. Yeah, because that is a thing that has definitely happened before. An older sister with the same first and last name. That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. It's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything. Nobody was. She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sionji's family only daughter. You just have a sister, then a relative? There's still too much of a resemblance.
That's Hiyoko.
Huh? What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this because of course that's what you would pay attention to. Not the fact that she's older, but that specific part of the picture is exactly what you would pay attention to. Because of course it is.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt?
What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Woohoo! Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in the newspaper. Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh? If it says subject, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hiyoko's body? Oh, I'm saying you're saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects here. I'll tell you what, if this game ends with GLaDOS showing up being like,
hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center.
I will forgive everything this game's ever done wrong. What kind of experiment was it? What's going on? It better not have anything to do with time travel. No, we're not dealing with Zero Escape here. I mean, it'd be close, but honestly, Zero Escape's world building might actually be better. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's okay, so Versus Dust Reward, it blows this game out of the water in every discernible way, obviously. But there's still there's the simple fact that that game uses time travel to explain things from the jumping around the different timelines and all that. That's where things get a little bit murky, and there's a lot to dissect there, and one day I will break down everything that happened in that game and try to make sense of it all and like give a comprehensive analysis of it. But until that happens, I'm just gonna say it's a close race between which game has better world building. It's really close. Not for the reasons you think, not for good reasons. But this is interesting. Okay. This is extremely interesting. The first time I might be actually at a loss. The only thing I can think is that the obvious distinction as to why she looks different is because her avatar is different from how she looks in the real world. Where you've lost me is why they've decided to make her look a lot younger than she is in this game. That's where you've lost me. I got no explanation for that one. I guess we can examine this. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, but the name etched into the placard says, Hope's Peak Academy founder is, Did we learn that, wait a minute, wait, did we learn that information last game? Because if so, I did not retain that at all. There was too much else bullshit in the first game in terms of abhorrent world building that I just did not pay any attention to that. Did we learn that in the first game? Like I said, the first game had too much bullshit going on with everything about how that final chapter was terrible for me to actually pay attention to the name of who founded the school, because I didn't think that was going to come up again. But let's assume that the first game told us that the founder was named Izuru. Excuse me. If that's true, then I'm just going to assume that they named the kid who, like, they're... Maybe it's a bit of nepotism in the point where, like, actually... okay, alright, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so, you know what? Credit where credit is due. The game actually is trying to fix itself. So, remember earlier when I said it makes no sense for the school to cover it? I mean, okay, let's be perfectly clear. It still makes no sense for them to have covered it up. But I think what the game is going to try to explain is the father is Izuru, and the son is also named Izuru, you know, kind of a father-son name thing. Father is headmaster, son is evil murderer man, and son commits crime, father wants to protect son, so father tries to cover up crime so that no one finds out about it. It's still dumb, because anybody with any brain would obviously know that you cannot cover this up. The parents are going to find out, people are going to find out about the kids not responding. So, it's still dumb, but at least they tried to... Again, this is all assuming this is what's actually happening, because I got no explanation. as to why they'd be the same name other than that. Damn it, another mystery. Okay. I didn't want to check this again. This is something. Okay, also I saw another one of those floating green blobs of code. There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. It looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko and Ashima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy is not end. Wait. Wait, is this game trying to tell us that we were the people that Junko recruited? Oh, wow. Okay, that one I did not see coming. Okay, credible credits due. You surprised me with that one game. Huh. That's interesting. That is very interesting. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are all discovered. Everything is for the sake of the shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is in order to kill them? Doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all an all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Okay, so the game may not have confirmed it, but I'm going to go ahead and predict that this group of people is the remnants of despair that they're talking about. Like, we are the remnants of Junko's group of ultimate despair, and they captured us here to try to convert us to their cause. That's not I'm going to go with. In fact, it might even explain why Monokuma. You know what? This is getting interesting, actually, because what they might do, this would be really smart if they did this, is if the plan might be kidnap the ultimate despair remnants, put them in the Quinlan school life. By the way, what I'm about to say is horrible and tragic and awful and psychologically manipulative and terrible, but it'd be clever if this is what the game did for the sake of the writing, is they kidnap everybody, put them in the simulation, erase their memories of being the ultimate despair, lure Monokuma here, or create an alternate version of Monokuma for their own game. And then that shows them how bad the despair mind style is. Then they wake them all up and go, hey, you're all still alive. Don't worry, we didn't kill you all. But now that you've seen how bad despair is, please help us defeat Junko and the remains of the ultimate despair. That would be pretty clever. But then you have the problem of the whole game being meaningless, because at that point, nothing that happened inside that's what I'm ultimately worried about is the fact that it's going to be revealed at the end of the game that everyone's still alive, and that nothing that happened in this game mattered at all. It was just a complete waste of time, because that would be really, really sucky if that's how this game were to end. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to keep pressing on.
Okay, with this, you totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage? Let me guess, we're gonna pop up on floor 3 now? Yep. Welcome to floor 3. Damn it, not again. This floor brings back a lot of unpleasant memories. Oh my god, the screen tearing is getting even worse. It's getting worse with every floor we go down. Oh my god, this is pain. Oh, good lord, the world is falling apart at the seams. Okay. Oh, good Christ almighty. Alright, well, we've been at this for quite a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave this episode, because we clearly have to clear out the whole school, and I'm guessing we started at the top, because we're gonna go from top to bottom, and then it'll conclude with us going to the class trial in the Monokuma Evil Lair thing from the first game, which would be a pretty cool way to tie it together. So we're gonna end things here, and we'll finish up our investigation tomorrow, and then the day after that, we will do the class trial, and hopefully finish this game. And, oh, this is insane. This game is just off the walls, batshit craziness, and I'm really, I think the thing is, I really want this game to end well. I really, really want this to have a great ending. I want them to tie it all together and have a really solid ending, but I don't think they're going to. Alright, well, that'll wait for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. Goodbye.